Hello YouTube. I wanted to do a homeschool book haul video because we are starting first grade. I have a daughter who is in first grade now, and we got a lot of school new books for the year, and so I'm just gonna jump right in it. First book, this is not new, I've had this for the past 2 years, but it is so good. We're still using it this year, and I'm teaching her how to read with The Ordinary Parent's Guide to Teaching Reading. This was recommended by the Well-Trained Mind. We are doing a classical model of education at this point in time, and all these books are recommended by the Well-Trained Mind for the classical model of education. And this book is so easy, I can't recommend it enough. We're only halfway through, but I think that when we finish this book, she will be able to learn. She could be able to read any book she wanted by herself at all. We do for this year we're doing one lesson a day, and I don't need any other charts or hardly any other tools, just this book and some index cards, and she is learning how to read with this. It tells the parent exactly what to say, and it's very simple. Some people may not like it because it's just so simple, but we breeze through the lesson and we're done with it, and I just really like it. Very simple. Okay, continuing on with language arts, this is kind of like a grammar. It's the first language lessons, level 1, also recommended by the Well-Trained Mind. They're very short lessons, very simple. Obviously it starts with nouns. What is a noun? What is a proper noun? Why are some words capitalized and some aren't at the beginning? And we also like this too. This is written by Jesse Wise, and very, very simple, very easy. He tells me exactly what to say. We'll definitely get done with this before the end of the year is up, and we'll probably just move on to the next book in the series. Really, really like this, the first language lessons. Okay, more language, because in the classical model of education right now we are in the grammar stage, and we focus a lot on reading and writing, a lot on getting the child to learn the language very confidently for later on in her education. She'll be able to read primary source documents and be able to analyze them. And so they really want the child to become very, very comfortable in reading and writing. So back onto phonics. This is a level B. We did level K last year in our little pre-K homeschool. This is very easy. She writes right in it. I don't copy the pages or anything. She just writes right in it. We do about maybe a page or two a day. And like say the name of each picture, print the beginning, blend on the line, trace the word. It just tells the child exactly what to do. And she's starting to write her own little stories in it, fill in the blanks, reading little stories. Really, really, very much like this. Recommend this as well. Spelling, beginning spelling, a spelling workout. This is level A. Got a shine here. And we also like this a lot. It's very similar to the phonics book in terms of the type of activities that they're doing, but you know, repetition is not bad at all. It's really giving her confidence in reading and comprehension. So definitely like this one. A spelling workout. Alright, getting her to read on her own is obviously the goal this year. So I got these little beginning reader books. It's Frog and Toad. I shared this on my Instagram, and everyone my age or older was like, oh, I remember those growing up. Those are awesome. It's a little set of 3. You get 3 books in it, and it's not one big story. There are multiple stories in one book, so not to overwhelm your child. Really cute. Yes, she is reading these on her own. I have to sit there with her and help her sometimes, but she is sitting there reading them on her own. Okay, our next little book is just a Christian Liberty Nature Reader, 2nd edition, level 1. or book one. It's just a little book I kind of want her to read on her own, but this is probably third grade, I would say reading level maybe. But still, hopefully the goal is this year that she'll be able to read this on her own. It's just about insects and bugs and little animals. Very cute. It's got little illustrations in it. And this could also be a part of your science lesson if you wanted it to as well. The Christian Liberty Nature Reader. Okay, on to advanced reading. The classical model of education really believes in classic literature. Very heavy on classic literature. This is the Odyssey. It's an epic tale by Homer, and obviously she cannot read it on her own. This is what I read to her to get her used to advanced literature, advanced writing, and comprehending more advanced types of reading. So this is, it was rewritten by Rosemary Sutcliffe, so it's not the original epic poem, which I didn't want because, like, my 6-year-old's going to listen to Homer. But so it's rewritten, but it still has a lot of its originality. It has beautiful illustrations, and I'm so far we haven't really started reading it yet, but there's really long Greek names and that she's just not used to, so we're just easing into this. I really like to just ease my daughter into new types of reading and new activities, and we hadn't really pushed anything, but it's just a nice relaxed time. I can read this to her and she can look at just these beautiful illustrations. So hopefully we will read this year. That is the Odyssey by Rosemary Sutcliffe. I got all of these books off Amazon.com, and I'll post the links down below. Okay, moving right along to history, my favorite subject. This is The Story of the World, also written by Susan Wise Bauer. This is the book we read, and this is the activity book that she does. We love this, man. This starts at the beginning of, time pretty much, beginning with the Egyptians, the very first writing, King Narmer, all the way to the story of Gilgamesh and the Assyrians and the Sumerians, and it just goes all the way to, where does it go to? The barbarians, Attila the Hun, and then there are subsequent volumes after this that we'll probably get into next year. But we love this. I read to her a chapter. I read to her a chapter from the actual book, and it just explains history and explains important people to children in a really neat way, a simple way, as a story. Basically, history is a story. It's a story of the world. So, and then we go into the activity book, and I copy out the pages because I'm trying to save this for my next kid. So we don't write in this book. I copy the pages. Like it has map work and a coloring page. That's what I copy out, and that's what she can color on, and we put it in our notebook. But after you read the chapter, you go to the corresponding chapter in the activity book, and it'll list review questions and narration exercises to ask your kid. It has additional reading recommendations if you want to head to the library and get more books on the subject. And then it has map work and a coloring page, and it lists a bunch of projects if you actually want to get into art projects and craft projects related to the chapter. And love it. Really, really love this book. It's got words, coloring pages, word searches, hands-on activities, comprehensive questions and answers. We love it. History, The Story of the World book, and the activity book. You guys should get this. Okay, moving on to science. This is just a little, in the morning while I'm making breakfast, I don't want her on the TV or the computer yet. So we just, this is just a little insect coloring book. Super cute. Got it off Amazon too. You could obviously be part of your science lesson, but it's just a little coloring page, and then down at the bottom it has a little paragraph about the actual insect. So that's it. Just cute coloring page. cute coloring book like this. And so back insects coloring book. Okay, along with life science, we're doing life science. This is the DK Gnarling, DK something, First Animal Encyclopedia, also from Amazon. This is just a reference guide. I guess you could say this is a spine. This is not like a complete science program. It just overviews mammals and insects and birds, and then any interest that Ava may have in any animal, then we'll head to the library and get more books on it. And she loves this. She wants me to read this to her at bedtime. But just great illustrations and photos and a nice overview of life science. Love this book. Beautiful. First Animal Encyclopedia. Alright, moving on to math. We went with the Matthew C, which is a hands-on type math program with blocks. This is Alpha. We're beginning with Alpha. My kid is in the bath, my youngest, and she dumped my whole face wash in the bath with her. Hold on just a second. Okay, yeah, we're doing Matthew C. This is Alpha. We really like it. It comes with a DVD that first I pop it in. She listens to the actual math instructor because I am horrible at math. So she listens to the lesson, and then we just honestly I'm not really using it comes with an instruction manual. I'm really not needing to use this that much. Maybe as the lessons get harder, obviously it's just like right now addition and subtraction. Maybe as lessons get harder, I may need to use this. But I copy the pages out of the out of the student workbook because I would like to save this for my next child as well. So I copy the pages that we wanted that for the lesson, and then after she watches the video, we do the lesson. And for instance, chapter 8, it's got lesson practice 8A all the way through 8G. So you don't need to do all of these pages. If the child is moving right along, you don't need to do all of them. But if they're having trouble, she will have to complete all of these pages. But it also comes with blocks. These are the manipulatives, and this helps a child just to really understand what a unit is, what 10 is, what 100 is, and actual units. And she likes it. She is picking it up very well. She doesn't cry, she doesn't hate it, nothing like that. So I'm glad I went with Matthew C as opposed to some of the other math programs, which are also good, but we just went with this. So definitely liking this. And once again, that was Matthew C Alpha, and you cannot buy this off Amazon. You need to go to the actual Matthew C website. I'll link it below. Alright, so that is it. Once again, we're starting first grade, but I say that in parentheses because she could be on a first grade reading level and maybe writing on a third grade, or reading on a third grade reading level, but maybe doing math. It just, I don't know, each subject really has its own levels. So, but just for simplicity's sake, we say she's in the first grade. And so far we're loving everything here. And yeah, so that's it for first grade homeschooling book haul. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.